The extraordinary career and spotless reputation of Cliff Richard have long been revered. His name is associated with success, charisma, and classic music. But what if we revealed that his backstory is anything but a fanciful tale? His ex-wife has broken down in tears at recent reports about his wealth. Can you tell me what went down and why everyone is talking about it? Continue reading as we reveal the truth about this shocking event in Cliff Richard's life. Among the world's most adored musicians, the late Cliff Richard is a British music legend with a career spanning 6 decades. Most people would envy Cliff's existence, what with his chart-topping tunes, charisma, and even his strong faith. Despite all the glitz and glamour, there is a personal tale behind it all, full of ups and downs. Find out what happened to Cliff's riches and why it made his ex-wife cry in this video. The difficulties he encountered, his relationships, and the ways in which his riches caused him pain will all be explored. Keep reading because there's more to this story than meets the eye. It's about fame, fortune, love, and the fallout from public decisions. A brief overview of Cliff Richard's wealth creation is in order before we delve into the more subjective aspects of the matter. In the late 1950s, Cliff, whose real name was Harry Roger Webb B., became famous as the British equivalent of Elvis Presley. Living Doll and Summer Holiday catapulted him to stardom in an instant. His career grew substantially outside music throughout the years. Cliff became a best-selling novelist in addition to his film and concert careers. His capacity to maintain relevance over many decades is quite astounding. His wealth increased in tandem with his profession. Among the wealthiest British musicians, Cliff is now believed to have a fortune in the hundreds of millions. Money can't purchase happiness, though. Also, it didn't fix all of Cliff's problems in his life. Curiosity about Cliff Richard's private life has never waned. He was unmarried despite his attractiveness and charisma. Throughout the years, he has shared his reasoning, frequently citing his unwavering commitment to his profession and religion as the main factors in his decision. But that is no excuse for his lack of love experience. After calling his ex-wife the love of his life, Cliff's relationship with her was one of the most formative in his life. Even though they parted ways in the end, the relationship they shared was evident. Fans frequently wondered why they broke up, but Cliff has been mum on the subject. Now we're in the modern era when their romance is all the rage again. On this occasion, it is connected to Cliff's good fortune and their shared history. According to reports, Cliff's ex-wife recently discussed her sentiments about his immense wealth. Although it's usual for celebrities' ex-partners to share their thoughts on their success, this instance is unique. It was about introspective feeling, not envy or resentment. According to reports, Cliff's ex-wife admitted that witnessing the enormity of his wealth triggered a rush of emotions. She acknowledged that although she is pleased by his achievements, she feels melancholy because of their shared history. She was overcome with emotion by the what-ifs of their love and the life they may have created together. The cash wasn't the problem, it was the constant reminder of a past she would rather forget. The emotional weight of their history made me cry as I watched Cliff's life progress without her, not because I was remorseful about the money. Cliff, on the other hand, has always treated his ex with kindness and respect. Even if they didn't endure, he has talked about how important his relationships were in interviews. Love, in his view, is more important than worldly goods. Cliff has also been forthright about his choice to pursue his profession and religion instead of settling down. For Cliff, it was a personal decision that led to the fulfillment of his aspirations, even though it may seem like a sacrifice to others. But it doesn't mean he hasn't occasionally felt the consequences of his choices. Perhaps Cliff can relate on a personal level to the news of his ex-wife's emotional response to his wealth. Despite his success and notoriety, he is a people guy who cherishes the relationships he has cultivated. Success and personal relationships frequently come into conflict, as this narrative exemplifies. It is not limited to Cliff Richard and his ex-wife. The pursuit of fame and fortune appears to be the pinnacle of human achievement for a lot of people. But as we can see from Cliff's narrative, not even the most accomplished people are immune to emotional difficulties. Money can't buy genuine relationships, and that is something this serves as a reminder of. The connections he has made throughout his life, rather than his good fortune, are what make his life meaningful. His ex-wife's emotional response shows how strong such bonds are, even after all this time has passed. Cliff Richard's legacy is secure because he keeps performing and motivating people all around the globe. He represents more than just music, he is a living embodiment of faith, tenacity, and devotion. But these kinds of tales show us that even famous people are just like the rest of us. The fact that life is equal parts adventure and hardship is demonstrated by Cliff's trip. His professional life exemplifies achievement, but his personal life shows how complicated love and loss can be. As a result, his legions of admirers hold him in even higher esteem for all that he has accomplished. A touching and heartbreaking tale unfolds as we learn about Cliff Richard's money and the profound effect it had on his ex-wife. As a reminder, every success story is woven from a complex web of individual experiences, some of which are happy and some of which are sad. Although Cliff's fortune is a result of his labor, the connections he has made are what are most important to him. Love and connection. as we see in this story, are worth far more than money. The story of Cliff Richard's life is a touching illustration of how, although material success and celebrity come and go, the relationships we build with those around us last forever. Your continued attention is greatly appreciated. Feelings about this tragic period in Cliff Richard's life? What are yours? Can material possessions ever buy you back the bonds we have with people we care about? Post a comment telling us. If you like this video, please subscribe to see more in-depth profiles of famous people's personal lives and hit that like button. Do not miss what is coming next. Stay tuned for more.